Alright. I'm telling Red that he's in Jacob's team, because that is indeed the case. So, but we're just waiting on Red to get in here. Oh, for goodness sake, Flarky. Jeez, dude. Dude. Wait. Right, just score. Right, just score to center it again. Doesn't matter. Just center the ball. Just center the ball. Just score a goal. The goals don't matter. The score doesn't matter. There we go. So the ball's back in the middle. Okay, if your team gets scored on, you are out till the next round. First team to take 3 rounds wins. Same goal every time. Go! Okay, let's just see what happens. So we got Team Keyboard letting a mistake on the back left for the red. And then we've got Red and Jacob. Oh, wow. So mistaken letter, yeah, are out already. Courtesy of Flarky. And we got Jacob, Red defending Red right. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so confusing. It looks like Gregan and Repix are defending blue left. And Data and Flarky, the Swedes, are defending blue right. Holy cow, this is going to be tricky. And it looks like, yeah, somebody didn't even notice that they were supposed to have left the game. Mistake. Has made a mistake, but it seems like he's figured it out now. So he's actually left the game, which is good. Because as soon as your team gets scored on, you're out till the next round. And I think that's just off. It is indeed, Flarky. With the new car. What car? What is this car called? Somebody in chat, please tell me what this name of this car is. They did just score a goal into the completely empty net. And I've got a feeling this is going to be much harder to win than the 1v1v1v1 double goal, because there's going to be far less open nets. You see that these guys are playing very defensive, at least with one player. Actually, scratch that. Data and Flarky are going absolutely insane. They're scored into the empty net again. And now Repix and Gregan are doing a bit of possession maintenance. Hot Wheel car, Twin Mill. Thank you guys, Twin Mill. So we got Flarky on Twin Mill. So far, only 1 goal against the Keyboard Warriors. And we've got Team Sweden, Data and Flarky. Team North America with Red and Jacob. The Keyboard Warriors with Louty and Mistake. And I don't know what we'll call Gregan and Repix. The underdogs, maybe? They're definitely the underdogs, because Gregan, if you observe his car, there's a gigantic floppy condom on top of his car, and I believe he's deliberately chosen to wear that hat. Need I say more? So yeah, those guys definitely not the favorites. But the ball just seems to be hanging about in this corner where it's already been scored in. So like that doesn't matter. If it goes in that goal again, it obviously doesn't make any difference. The ball's just going to reappear in the middle and the game will continue. Jacob is quite happy to let that roll into the left side of the red goal, because him and Red are only defending the back right of the red goal. Move one red team to the blue goal. No, we're just going to... This is fine. We're just going to leave it like this. This is all good. Although we might have to make it first to 2 if this takes absolutely forever. It's hard to follow, but you're sure it's fun to play. I mean, I'm following okay. We've got Flarky and Data are defending back right. Or blue right. And Gregan and Repix are defending blue left. Simple as that. And we might actually have a goal here. Yes, we do. There we go. And this is straight away really volatile. Data and Flarky have been scored on. So now Gregan and Repix are defending the blue left. Whereas Red and Jacob are defending red right. So everything's going to be down one side of the field right now. This is the safe side of the field that we're on. No goals can be scored on here. So Jacob's going to play a pretty smart passing play to Red. Just centers the ball to him by scoring into the empty net. Going for a block right there in Gregan's area, but both people whiff. Red called into action in defense. A player who has I've been waiting to get him on for 1v1. Gregan with the good old caster whiff. Definitely caster aerial right there. He did me pride. I would have been proud of that one. But I'm curious to see if Gregan and Repix can hold their own in what is now just a straight up 2v2. Obviously, when there's more people in the game, it's a bit easier for Gregan and Repix to hold their own. But that might be difficult now, facing up against two stellar opponents. Well, you have a caster on your team and a Swiss player. Nah, I'm just kidding. Swiss players are great. Repix is great. Lovely guy. But there has been a lot of goals into the wide open empty nets here, which is not unusual. They're not being defended. And again, the ball just going straight towards one. And it's just going to go right in. Now Gregan on the breakaway. Jacob left the gaping hole. That is game one to Gregan and Repix. Huge misplay by Jacob. He just let that one roll on through. Okay, this is how we're going to do the scoreboard here. I'm just going to start adding people to it as they score goals. This is how we're going to do it. So, Gregan and Repix are up by 1. And hopefully they just get this one started. Again, wait, what happened? Somebody left. What's going on? Round 2, boys. Get back in. What are they doing? They didn't realize that there's a round 2. For goodness sake. Well, now they do, so that's good. But Gregan and Repix take round 1. Big misplay by Red, just scoring into the empty net as Jacob was not ready to defend the midfield. Okay, they're going to put it back in the middle. I'm not sure why. Just go, boys. Not like kickoffs are a huge advantage anyway. These guys are like not sure if they're allowed to go or not. I'm having to give them like tons of permission here. They didn't bring their permission slips. They're not feeling confident about going here, but there we go. Oh, that's a pretty confident play by Repix. A lot of confidence in Gregan at the back to deal with the defense. Gregan tripping on goalposts. And he might just let this one roll in. Yes, he will. Data and Flarkey are out again. Another early exit for the Swedes. They seem to be over-aggressive in every situation. Oh no, actually it was the Keyboard Warriors who were out first last time, but the Swedes were out second, so they're another early exit. And there we go, Repix gonna roll it in. Greg is already in the middle, really smart play, and it's worked again. Look at the play by Repix and Greg, and I wonder if these guys are in comms, because that was a really incredible play. So organized, and now they're heads up against the Keyboard Warriors. Mistake and Louty, they're gonna put their rivalry aside. There's a beautiful flick by Mistake. But these, unfortunately, on the wide open empty net, Louty has to play that one pretty quickly. Gregan was lurking again in the middle. Gregan's had 2 just open net finishes from that position, just collecting the ball right after somebody has just left it in the middle from rolling it into an open net. Louty does not need to defend this net. This is actually Jacob and Red's net, and they're out the game, so he can just leave that one wide open. Same could be said for Mistake. He could just let Gregan score this. It doesn't matter. They are, in fact, defending the Red left goal. And now that Red has left the game, Red right is just wide open for the taking. And there we go. Repix just going to run it in. Is Gregan ready this time? Yes, he is. Again, Gregan's so ready in the middle every single time. More than anyone else. Repix has been just scoring into the empty nets. And Gregan is always ready for it. So really good team play by these guys. They've had the best coordination in that regard. Clean half flip by Mistake. I'd expect nothing less from a keyboard player. One of the few advantages of playing on keyboard is that the half flips are very easy to go straight back with. It's Gregan with the caster air dribble off the wall. This is the good old one-touch air dribble. A good team play from Gregan and Repix again. They're working off each other very well. Repix nearly takes the game. This could be huge. If they can go up by 2 in a 2v2v2v2, that's going to be really hard to come back from for the other players. But still, a tough position for Greg and Louty. A little bit of lag there. Not sure if that was server side or just me. Hopefully it wasn't the server. Looks like I might have dropped a couple of frames. And there, you see the difference. No trust from Louty and Mistake at all. And they've given up possession. Another shot rails off the post. It looked like Mistake had most of the angles covered. And now this is an open net, but in the wrong one. And Gregan is first on the scene again, and an accidental team demo by Louty and Mistake. They maybe don't know that I left that on. It's gonna work against them. Amazing. Team demo from Louty and Mistake, because I put on friendly fire for banter. I never thought that was going to be a deciding factor though. Second win for Gregan and Repix. Louty and Mistake didn't even know that there was a team demo. That is amazing. Get ruined. Alright, round 3, boys. Oh, they just got ruined. The team demolished, and then Gregan just forced it over the line. Now, everybody should be working against Gregan and Repix here. They're on triple match point now. And you see immediately Letty and Repix, or rather Letty and Red are just teaming up, trying to get Repix and Gregan under pressure, because they've made it all the way to the final two and won both of the final twos in the first two games. They're 2-0 in a 2v2v2v2. First to 3 wins, one more victory for Gregan, and Repix will take it. That was actually a really almost sick play, as Red and I think it was Mistake went for a team pinch, even though they're not even on the same team. Want to see more from Jacob and Red, and also from the Swedes. The Swedes have been taking an early exit pretty consistently. Looks like they're playing a bit more defensively this time. Just as I say that, we go to Flarky, and he's well up in the other half. And Data is in defense now. The ball seems to be hanging about on this side of the field quite a lot. I'm not sure why that is. Repix is a god at these. Repix definitely having a great game. Although Gregan's been at the center of all the shenanigans, like stealing the ball as soon as it reappears in the middle and just blundering it over the line for the winning goal after letting a mistake with the accidental team demo. It's a good recovery path by Gregan, just using the ceiling to get back to goal pretty quick as Repix dodges a demo. Much more defensively oriented game now. Oh, wow, that was very, very dicey for Red and Jacob yet again. And now Jacob in offense, unable to get the good shot, but he's just going to land on Gregan and reverse into him. Looks like Repix and Gregan even have some color coordination. Pre-jump save by Gregan, what a save. Mistake gives him some credit in the chat. And they're going to get a goal at the other end. That's the keyboard warriors are right again. And now are we going to see an explosion of goals? Looks like we're going to have a bit of a calm session after that. Jacob nearly getting a demo right there onto Repix. But Gregan and Repix having such a phenomenal lobby so far. They're 2 goals away from taking this. They just need to put a goal past Jacob and Red, and then put one past Mistake and Letty. And that's going to be one past Mistake and Letty, as it looks like Jacob turned it in. Oh no, they're already out. What am I talking about? They need to put one past Data and Flarky. I'm like losing my mind over something that is absolutely not important. It's really hard to keep track of. My bad. My bad. I was getting really excited there for a second. I thought Repix and Gregan were about to sweep it in 3 clean wins, but it looks like that is not going to be the case just yet. Here comes Repix again, going for a Moi Guys play. Seems like with double goal being a harder goal to score in, despite the fact that the total surface area of a goal is larger than a standard map, the fact that the middle post exists is throwing these guys off hugely. So many shots hit in the middle post. Oh my goodness, Moi Guys! Look at the play from Data and Gregan. Unbelievable. Can Gregan recover in time to get back for Flarky? That was insane. Data and Gregan combining to do the rest of MK and Jazer impression. Gregan was in the air long before Data's shot came in. Ridiculous scenes. Gregan and Repix are 1 goal away from taking this one in 3, but they have to be so careful because this is blue against blue. We've got Data and Flarky defending blue right, Gregan and Repix defending blue left. But they've been pretty good at the respawns this entire series. This is looking like it's going to be closer to their own goal though. Data and Flarky coming off better on this one, and Repix in an extremely awkward position. Does well though. Oh, he does so well. Repix, a phenomenal job there to get that ball away from danger. Honestly, very, very well done. He had to recover a couple of times in really awkward positions just to not get scored on. Are we going to see the clean sweep from Repix and Gregan? I can't believe that this is happening. Just unbelievable team play from these guys. Definitely utilizing the scoring into the open nets to reset the ball in the center far more than other teams, but some great individual plays as well. A couple of pre-jumps, both in offense and defense, and now they're putting the pressure on. This is closer to Data and Flarky's goal than their own. Gregan is going to go off for this. Looks like he is pretty low on boost though. We are not playing with unlimited boost, although that's, you know, one of the options. But Gregan's just going to run it in to Flarky, and that's a goal for Repix. We didn't even see it because I was looking at Gregan's aggression, but that is an easy 3-0. Easy 3-0. A caster takes it all. Wow. 3-0. Gregan just sweeps out Data from the net, or sweeps out Flarky while Repix outplays Data at the near post. Just, I don't even have to try. I was wondering how I was going to get this. I was wondering how I was going to do this scoreboard, but I actually know exactly how we're going to do it. We're going to do it like this. Like, just a piece of cake for Gregan and Repix. They're too good. So we got Gregan and Repix 3. Everyone else 0. Just piece of cake. Everybody just lost 3-0 to Gregan. We're about to see 6 uninstallations of Rocket League and then 6 suicides as well. Probably in that order, or else the uninstallations will not work. But there you go. I did not expect that. That was really well played though by Repix and Gregan. I have to point out that they did play the goal or the ball respawning in the middle of the pitch after a goal gets scored in an empty net from a team that's already been eliminated. They played those situations way better than everybody else. And they had a couple of really clutch plays in both offense and defense. One pre-jump save from Gregan, and heroics by Repix above the net with some sick recoveries to clear the ball from an impossible situation. But very well played. They didn't just play full defense either. They were bringing it to the other teams. We saw my guys play from Data and Gregan, putting their differences aside very briefly to get a pretty sick aerial play, albeit, you know, pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie, but it was good to see. There you have it, the 2v2v2v2 double goal. I thought it was going to take much longer than the 1v1v1v1, but as it turns out, it's easier to conspire against your opponents in the 1v1v1v1 than it is in the 2v2v2v2. Either that or these guys are just very silly and they couldn't stop scoring open nets on people who they really shouldn't be scoring in. Because of course these guys perhaps underestimated Gregan and Repix. They thought that they were the underdogs. So did I. I mean, I think I would still say that, even right now. They're definitely the underdog team. However, you don't want to underestimate the underdogs because they've got nothing to prove and everything to gain. Could I put all pairs of teams in the bottom left to create less confusion, please, for future games? Yes, I should probably do that. I only didn't do it this time because I was worried that it would take up like so much space in the overlay. Also, it was like pretty intuitive most of the time, and I was trying to, like, you know, inform people about what the teams were with my own commentary rather than with a massive overlay of a million names. So that was the reasoning behind that. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'll probably try that again in the future. But we will probably do a 2v2v2v2 in the future. That was pretty funny to watch. No more though, and you can't even fit more. Like, there's not even a possibility to do like a 3v3v3v3 because you can only get 10 people in a lobby right now with the current limitations. Let me just really quickly say thank you to Des Rowan, Caesar RL, and Rick Chug. Very much appreciated, guys. Thanks for joining the channel. All new subs. All of you very much welcomed. Yeah, Gregan just writing to me that they were in fact in comms, and I think there was one goal reset that I spotted that I was like, these guys are definitely in comms, because that was really, really fast. Like, they knew, or Gregan knew that Repix was going to do that, because he was already there. So they had some pretty good strats. Definitely a game where comms can be extremely beneficial, because knowing whether or not your teammate is going to roll it into an empty net that's already been eliminated, or if he's just going to, you know, dribble past it, that's really important information, because if he's going to dribble past it, you want a position to back him up in the offense, but if he's going to run it into the empty net, you want to be in the middle to catch the ball respawning. So that's definitely something you want to be listening out for if you do this in your own games. But that was pretty funny. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a little bit of banter. I see G2 Rizzo is confirmed. That's pretty cool. I bet that's all over Reddit right now. Hey, Ray from Texas, welcome back. 4 months.
I love you and your voice, Jonathan Boy. Happy 4 months.
Jonathan Boy. Hey, thanks for the 4 months, dude. I appreciate that. And thanks for the kind words as well. I don't mind my voice, I'm not gonna lie. I've listened to my own voice plenty times because I have to, you know, highlight videos for YouTube and stuff like that. And I always hear other people saying that, you know, they hear their voice one time, they're like, I hate my voice, but honestly, I don't really hate my voice that much. I'm like, yeah, I can live with this voice. It's fine. It'll do. It'll do. Anyway, of getting